Hey there, my cosmic kittens and planetary puppies of those who identify with the divine masculine tribe. It's that time of the week again for your forecast for the week ahead, though it's timeless. So when you find this, right time for you. If you have cards, I encourage you to pull along with me. That way you can tap into these energies that are influencing the divine masculine this week. And see how they're going to be influencing areas in your life. Jump right in. Okay, the main energy influences, it's really interesting. There's a shift happening, I feel, Sunday into Monday. And some of you may actually wake up feeling this and just off you go. And I have to say, some of you watching this, Divine Masculines, remember these are energies, never gender. Whoever watched my channel messages I put up on Saturday, the 20th, damn. See what happens when you listen and you apply? We've got, we're using the STARCODES Oracle. We've got balance, expansion, and change. Boom, boom, boom. But a combination of it all. It's allowing that. So, change. You might want to see where the planets are in your charts if you want. Libra with balance. Expansion, Sagittarius. Expanding, being open, balancing things. This works, this just doesn't. And being open to just making these changes for those of you who've been struggling with that. Okay? Now here's the reason why. The strongest energy influence is strength, courage. Okay? It's like everybody's getting hit with this fearlessness and divine masculine. It's just off you go. And for those of you who've already started, making changes, now it's off you go. Now it's action time. It really is. For those of you who are worried about taking action, don't. Spirit's supporting you 100,000%. You're going to be getting signs of confirmations, they're so obviously tied into whatever this is you need action on, whether it's money, love, career. And speaking of, huge emphasis on people communicating. We got Mercury with messages all wrapped up in this beautiful pink-green energy partnership. I did bring this up in the channel messages over the weekend. Not plugging, just referencing. Unless you want to watch it. Just kidding. Reaching out, talking. And the connections are going to surprise you. All your fears are going to be waylaid like a boss. I'm telling you right now. So, Spirit's saying some of you watching are afraid of afraid, what if I'm wrong? What if I'm wrong? There's too many signs, too many coincidences, okay, to dismiss it. Approach. I mean, some of the people, you may be watching them on social media. Getting like weird, like maybe you went and did something and you go on Instagram and you see that person you're watching just was taking video of doing the same exact thing in a different place. But yeah, it's things like that you don't want to dismiss. And on the opposite spectrum, there is approaches happening too. People being open and receptive. Go ahead, talk, send me a message, and it's going to be uncomfortable for everybody to take that first step, right? But the thing is that there's this fearlessness energy that's pummeling, I don't want to say pummeling, but just pumping into the divine masculine collective. It like disappears when you're ready to do it, to fuel you on. Whatever that is for you, okay? This is also, Spirit wants me to say, for a small percentage of you watching this. They do this thing where it just kind of makes you go, get out of my ear. About messages, about partnerships, like for business collaborations. Maybe it's Maybe you're looking for a new home and it's so expensive, or whatever your situation is. Someone's going to come forward and say, hey, you know what? I'm getting this house. You want to be my roommate? And it's going to be a good fit. It's going to be someone you go, oh my God, that's amazing. Thank you. You know, I just feel like people coming together, like-minded, like two and three of cups together. Just hanging out with people, having great conversations, surprising. Like all your fears just go away. They're way back there now, and all of a sudden you're gonna be like, whoa, this is what's the coolest, like 2 hour. I didn't expect 2 hours. I expected, I didn't expect this. Yeah. You'd be surprised. Really, Spirit. The lovers. Look at the lovers. Some of you have to make a choice here. Okay. Some of you may have just gotten out of a really painful, toxic relationship for some of you. The kind of 7 of Wands in reverse here. Okay. Just kind of made you feel a little, you had to go within, didn't you? You had to start working on you're happy. Defending your right to be happy. That's what I heard. There was no support there. But now you're stepping into that support for most of you, okay? For those that pertains to. And you're loving life. It's like you have a whole new perspective on everything. And it's just the clouds have cleared and you're like, yeah, I mean, you're still working through stuff. Nothing goes right away, ever. Now, the last 3 months, Spirit's been pushing us like bosses, but... there are people, thank you, Spirit, okay, there are people who are still working through stuff, though they're very much aware of and understanding about their happiness and seeing and experiencing how many people put upon you your responsibility for their happiness, their well-being. I mean, especially people who just take... Okay. And I feel like there was a clearing out. There was a struggle there. Okay. And maybe you like where you're at right now. Like, look, I want to enjoy this before I take another step in this new direction or allow this new person in or whatever it is. Okay. Spirit says this too. Once you take that step though, off you go. Chariot. Okay. We have the Lovers in the Chariot. Interesting combination. Whatever was holding you back from what your heart desires, what you've been putting off, especially if you're passionate about a career, a hobby, a person, realistically, guys, come on now. All right. So it's about finally this energy is having you make this choice very clearly that whatever that is you've been holding off on because it scares you. Maybe it's rejection. Maybe it's still, self-esteem. I don't know if I'm good enough or what, This energy that's fueling the Divine Masculine over this week, this fearlessness is inadvertently, now you may not be actually focusing. This is for some of you out there, a Spirit saying, you're going to inadvertently just fearlessly step right on that path. Boom, firm step, and off you go. It's like you step on this path and you don't realize it's a fast-moving people mover like they have in the airports. Ooh, let's open that one up, shall we? And this can be career. The Lovers is like very strong Gemini influence. Ooh, nice. Okay. We'll take those. Okay, so we have the 9 of Swords in reverse for those of you having trouble sleeping, as I covered before over the weekend. There's this ease, I don't know. How do I explain this, Spirit? Okay, as indirect influences start coming into our field, which has been causing triggers, it's like we don't see it, we're not hearing about it, but we are feeling it on an energetic level subconsciously, which is causing people to get frantic and anxious and not being able to sleep and not knowing why. Okay, something's coming. You don't know what, right? Well, all of a sudden there's this ease because with that one firm step you take, Divine Masculine, You're in it. You're like like I described it this way. You're on this huge like acreage. Acreage is ranch. And you have a fence in your ranch, your beautiful ranch, right smack in the middle. Someone comes in the gate, you feel the alarms go off, but you can't see them. Okay? I know most people be like, well, I'd have security cameras. Okay, get that. But it's for the sake of realism. And you start, somebody's coming. Start freaking out, the house, my clothes, gotta throw on a bra. Oh my God. All right. And then for others, they're getting closer. There was another kind of a reverberating, like, it's like all alarms going off, something, and making us, we're not actually feeling like alarmed. We're not feeling frightened that something's wrong, something's off. No, it's not like that. That's how you know it's yours. Okay, first off. But it's this, just all the fears, all the triggers, the past traumatic stuff, just, especially if it's in the love area for most of us down here, right? Or it could be career, success, fame, who knows, okay? But then, whoever that is, all of a sudden it's at your porch. Or close, right at the house, let's put it that way, okay? You see them now. And this is that energy. It's like when somebody or that indirect influence makes it directly in alignment, okay? All of a sudden the energies start to settle down because they're there. They're close enough. There's this opening that happens. It's almost like the souls are talking. I can't explain it other than peace. We get so wound up about things before they happen, before they come in, day-to-day shit, and then only to go, and then later on you're like, that really wasn't that bad. I was getting so wound up, I wasted 2 hours over nothing. You know what I mean? I was all freaking myself out for what? I just had to go there and come back. It wasn't even a big deal. That's what this is. That's what's been happening. The energies, incoming, we're all, And for those of you which it was picking up and really screwing up your sleep, we're now back to a nice peaceful rest, okay? We'll be going to bed a little earlier and sleeping very well. There was so much information slamming into us, all of us down here in the collective, over the last 2 weeks. One of the self-sabotaging things that was happening, these people were having a very hard time sleeping. And then once they start sleeping, it's like they get woken up, or they hurt themselves, and they're in pain. So they can't sleep well, so they're not really sleeping. Spirit needed us to knock out so that it can, we were receiving all this information about the indirect influences, see? But that freaked us the F out in the conscious mind, okay? Trigger. Like for some people, it's like, it's nice enough to dream about it and imagine it, but oh shit, here it is. Oh God. Sphincter clench. Okay. All right, Spirit. What else do we have for the Divine Masculine? Ooh. Why? Why is this here? Ooh. That makes sense. Oh, are you ready? Don't you love it when intuitives do this? They go, oh, You gotta wait. You're like, well, bitch, say something. Sorry. Okay. Big mean guy pops up. We got the devil. Okay. So I asked what that was about. So there looks like for some of you, there's going to be a challenge there as you go to step forward. Now that fearlessness energy is really going to come into play for those of you in this situation. Okay. Maybe you just cut someone off finally. Maybe you've been with them for a very long time. Okay. And it was a struggle to get the chains. I keep seeing chains unraveled. The yoke, whatever it was that was so heavy and bound you to that person, okay? Whether it's, I feel they're saying money, property, sanity, okay? Fear. Now, for some of you, maybe you're going through a legal separation or divorce, and maybe this person, Okay, threw in something, like threw a hitch in the whole thing, or threw a wrench in the works, okay, and made it delay, stall, or kind of bring a whoa, and they have to figure things out, okay? Well, be relieved, because as much as you want to get it over with, so does everybody else that's involved, except for the person. The person doesn't want to let go, and they're pulling everything out. But guess what? Judgment comes in. Boom! I see this huge gavel. Just bam! You're done. It's all going to work out in your favor. Okay? And you'll be free to go towards that unknown thing. I can't make it up. It's like, okay, that's the third sword. I'm out. I'm leaving the 3 of swords behind. Oh, I'm sorry. 5 of swords behind. Oh, I only need 1 sword. The sword of truth. My truth. That's it. And off you go. I feel like some of you might be waiting for this to be done, over, wrapped up, so you can take that step towards a new horizon that you have your eyes on. Some of you might actually be, it's like something has to wrap up. Something that was just miserable. It could even be a job. I mean, there are people out there that, have to, that are, sorry, hold on. There's like 10 things just floated in here. Like, say the boss is the devil, okay? Or the corporation or the company. They screwed you, screwed, blued, and tattooed you, okay? Could be a business partner or something legal. Not for everybody, but, okay? Well, it's going to happen here finally. It's going to happen in your favor. It's almost like the celebratory energy, and you're like, I'm rewarding myself with a mini vacay. Off you go. I don't care where I'm going. I want to go on the water. Moon, water, Cancer moon. I just want to be free. I want to do something that makes me, really represents being free. And Spirit is going to be giving you the opportunity for just that. It's not just about physical stuff. I mean, this is mental and emotional stuff, But following your intuition, following your heart, and really ask you, does that really make me happy? Or do I really want to do that? It's not selfish. If you ain't feeling it, don't do it, all right? That's where we're at. Who's that? Okay. Okay, some of you may have been delaying, those of you doing the work. And like I said earlier, let's go back to those of you who have, earned your freedom stripes, all right? And you're doing what makes you feel good. You're happy, and good for you, and you should be doing that. But what you're doing too, when you're making yourself happy and following your heart and your happiness, this feels good, I'm doing that. You started doing that for yourself, right? And then here comes this one aspect that you've been kind of dodging a bit. Because I'm happy where I'm at. It feels good. But what you're doing with the soul energy is you're clearing things out for that one aspect you might have been putting off. Hangman upside down, okay? Because I'm scared. I'm afraid of disappointment. I'm afraid of going through this again for nothing. Just get, more scars. Shit, I can't even afford a freaking, uniform right now. I'm just, wrapped in a towel to go battle. Again, this is the 9 of Wands, the Wounded Warrior, but also the Brotherhood card. Okay. I feel the pain here. Wherever that, yes. I went through enough blood, sweat, and tears. I've got the scars to prove it. It's been decades, and maybe for somebody, it's trying over and over again to succeed in a career choice or something you really love, but it's like, I don't want to get involved again. I just can't. Been putting it off. Or maybe not putting enough energy into it. For others, it's love. It's straight up love. Look, I finally started loving myself. And here comes this amazing person, or I'm drawn to this person. I have dreams of this, blah, 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 whatever it is, okay? But I can't. I feel this, I can't. Like, they can't even say, I can't, and you can't even talk about it. Okay? The pain. But Spirit says they will be sending in support. The very support that you have that's supporting you now to do your happy, encouraging you to do what makes you feel good, whether it's playing music, dancing, art, taking walks, hanging out with your kids, whatever that is, whatever really makes you happy, you know, without any guilt, and just, I'm doing it and it feels good. Because when you feel good, that energy goes out. It fills everything around you. And then it also sends out this huge, like, beacon, Batman signal to the universe. More, please. More like, more of this. And Spirit's sending it to you, okay? Not only that, but they're sending it to you through friends and support. Maybe something you've been wanting to do, but you've been scared, so you're doing the trigger, overthinking, and just, I can't. Maybe it just hit you, you're just sitting there reading a book or looking out the window, and all of a sudden you start spinning on it. But what if, boy, I could. Maybe you want to do something. You're like, okay, I want to do this. But then you start overthinking that, and you end up not doing anything at all, but wasting like 6 hours thinking about it. Spirit sending people in that's going to give you the perfect solution. And it's going to be so simple, and I feel that you're going to see it in a whole new perspective. Okay, so be open to messages, partnerships too. That with messages and partnerships, I'm also hearing for you guys. It's like, you know, the people that support you, the people who truly jive with your vibe. You know, some of you meeting new people, you know, groups, and just going, oh my God, where are you guys? This is so cool. You know, but there's going to be a lot of communication, a lot of solutions, doors opening in a way to a closed box solution. Maybe it was closed because it's terrifying, you know? Of course it is. We've all been through hell in a handbasket in the matters of love department, but now we know why. It's that realization, looking over all those and knowing why. But now it's time for the real thing. Because the more you're loving yourself, that's what you're getting. All right, let's get some oracle on this Divine Masculine. I'm working on my website. I do have new readings up and availability. So if you go to my website, everything's down below in the description box. If you want to book a reading, I will never contact you. All right. I can't. This is called the further gate. The farther gate. Bold step forward. I don't know if any, I just feel, yes, if you saw an angel, yes, that was for you. That's your confirm, okay? Number 55. All right. And deep, quiet meditation and stillness. Okay, that's going to benefit. I know, Spirit. I know me and Spirit keep getting on that soapbox. Like, y'all need to, like, shut this shit up. Okay? Easier said than done. Enjoy the deep quiet. Okay? Enjoy these meditations. Enjoy the time for meditating. Okay? 11. 1-1. Okay? In the stillness. Without all the BS and whatever it is for you. Okay, the BS, you know, spinning. The BS NATO, the poop NATO in your head. Okay, spinning all the BS. It's really hard to hear this. It can stall you. It can paralyze you going forward because what's right. You can't even feel this. So I don't feel it, so I won't do anything. You know, Spirit says you need to get still. You need to get quiet. Focus on an apple, something. Just get the brain. If you can hold that a couple minutes, you're back in the driver's seat where you should be. You're in charge, okay? For some of you, after taking bold steps forward, go into like a little bit of a hermit mode. Don't disappear completely. Spirit says that was a big step for you. And you might feel like, okay, I did it, and you're kind of excited, but then you're going to start kind of going in a little bit. You need to honor that and go down. Don't feed it. You can feel it, okay? Allow that. That's like a wrap up for some of you, because you're finally going to take that step you were terrified to do. It's like, not again. I'm not ready. I don't want to, like, say, I don't want to be in a relationship again for a while. I mean, yeah, down the road, but right now I want to be free and and be happy and, you know, not tied down or however, or maybe you're still hovering back here. It's like, I don't want to go through that again. Yes, I don't want to be alone, but I don't want to do this again. Like, you're not going to repeat the past again because you're very well aware of the cycles. Okay? But I feel like some of you that are terrified, especially in the love department, you're going to take that step. Then you need to go within. Okay? Do your hermit mode for a little bit because you're going to be like, oh God, I can't believe I did that. Because you can't undo it. But I think when you come out of that hermit mode, you're going to be very happy and surprised. And baby steps. There's no rush, okay? One more, Spirit. The Divine Masculine, please and thank you. And if I drive with your vibe, please like, share, and subscribe. And yes, we're doing fortune cookie cards. Pick a number 1, 2, 3 after these Spirit messages. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry for, oh wow. Moving out of stagnation. Dust Devil. What was I talking about? Poopnado. Okay, the spinning mind is keeping quite a few of us still, and it's the collective too. But for those of you watching, I was talking about the poopnado, all the bullshit that gets slung around your head to where it spins you, and then it's like, okay, they're confused. And you're just like, I'm just going to watch Netflix all day. This is much easier. You just start distracting yourself like, I'm done, because you need a break. Okay, but now, that basically was causing paralysis and stagnation. Nothing really getting done that needs to get done. Moving forward towards what you want to manifest, that energy is losing power very, very quickly. Okay, you'll see that when this that strength energy comes in. You're going to wake up feeling more courageous, more brave. Rising above the fray, there's a hangman right there, boom. Seeing things from a higher perspective. Everybody's going to wake up like this, but I feel like you'll be seeing this situation, whatever that is for you, in a higher perspective because you got somebody flying in. Maybe you do have someone flying in to visit or whatever. They're going to say something that's going to make you go, ooh, you know. Crown Games, right use of power. Okay, I feel that's tied into justice. Okay, because you did what was right for you. You did not kowtow down. You did not compromise. You did not give in to demands. You're like, you had enough. You got my blood, sweat, and tears, and, you know, my heart carved up on a platter just for you. You ain't getting another thing. Okay, now this could be, like I said, take that as it resonates, however that applies to your situation. Okay, but you are going to be rewarded for standing for what's right for yourself. Okay? For standing for your happiness. Your own happiness. What about me? Without the guilt. Is being rewarded. Good on you. All right. 1, 2, or 3. Spirit. What is the fortune cookie? For number 1, please and thank you. Number 1. Thank you guys so much for hanging in there. And you guys got this. You do. Number 1, travel. Long distance communication will open up your life. Exciting experiences for singles and career advancement for others. So if you pick number 1, okay, travel is definitely blessed. Okay. And you're going to be surprised. It could be something that you do once a week. Maybe you travel to another town to work in another branch of your job, just saying. And you know the drill. You do it every week. You've been doing it forever. Sorry, Gabriel. And then, but something changes. A new person shows up or an opportunity. It's going to be something so amazing. It's going to, for some of you, it's going to have to do with a bold step forward that you made over the last 24 to 48 hours. Okay, so you know what that is. Okay, brothers, I feel with the exciting experience for singles and career advancement for others, the career advancement, I do see, just you're not going to be expecting it. Okay, kind of like that scenario I just talked about. This is more like, there's an opportunity you wouldn't even gone there that's coming towards you. For some of you, it's outside the current field that you work in, right? Place It's not going to be in your workplace. It's going to be an outside company, but it's one you'll be interested in. It's going to shock you. So in a good way. Now for singles, it's about traveling somewhere you haven't been, somewhere nearby, but a town you haven't been in. That's what I heard. Maybe you just want to go and see something new, or maybe it's a place you haven't been to for a long time. You're just like, book a hotel. All right, I'm going to go, or get an Airbnb just to do it. And you're going to be surprised how that turns out. That's all I can say. Be open. Okay, number 2, spirit guides. There we go. Positive work outcomes. There's a lot on work. I'm going to take that one. Thank you, spirit. Okay. Positive work outcomes. Consistent efforts will bring rewards, and a major purchase is worth making. Now's the time for those that picked number 2. Okay. If there is something you've been putting off, you've been saving for, there's going to be a confirmation for a green light for you guys to move forward towards that big purchase, whether it's a car, a house, a pool, putting in a pool, whatever that is for you, traveling, going to, maybe going around the world or going to Europe. There's going to be a green light, and it's coming in through your career or work avenue. That's how spirit put it. And we have planning. Now is the time to lay down the foundations for your future. Financial gains are more likely. I can't even make that up. That came with number 2. Okay. It's time for you to now take those steps in the physical plane towards the things you've been saving for, the things you've been wanting, because Spirit's about to bring you the biggest green light you've ever seen in your life. Upwards and onwards you go. Ooh, I'm excited for you. Okay, number 3, last but never least. And you guys can also, if you have messages, or have messages, if you have messages for me, don't, please, I get enough of those from these guys. If you have questions or want to discuss anything in the forecast, you guys can direct message me on Facebook or through Instagram down below in the description box where the info is. Number 3, please and thank you. Sunshine, the sun is shining on you. Career and business growth, fabulous communication and relationships. Boom. All right, number 3, fabulous communication. That's a big, they were just giving this huge energy boost when I said that for you guys. Ooh, I got to give you that one too. And luck. Okay. A sudden change of luck is likely. Things are working in your favor. Excellent time for networking. Okay. For the divine masculine in the whole, apparently, the blessings are coming in because you are fearless when it comes to what you want. What you need. Let me rephrase this. We can want everything. We can want the most ridiculous dumb shit. It's now everybody's starting to turn in and go, but what do I need? What do I really need? And just connecting in with that and how fulfilling that is. And now here it comes. Spirit says when you take care of you, they're number 3. When you're doing this, you're in charge of taking care of this little soul in here, this heart. When you start putting the focus there, Spirit goes, we got the rest. And you will be seeing this like massively over the weekend. That sun, I just see like really bright green lights, go time. And then I just heard go speed racer. And then spotlights, the sun shining down on your path. It could be cloudy over here, back there, but you're walking just on this very brightly lit, you know where you're going path. Very firm steps, okay? And you're not looking back. For those of you who want to reach out and talk to someone new, definitely it's going to surprise you. The conversations, it's going to pick up, okay? Things will be working in your favor. Networking, when you're talking to people, you're going to be so surprised how quickly you'll get business contacts, collaborators, people, influencers who will actually be on board with what you were trying to do and want to connect with you. I hear sales, new clients. The world's your oyster there. oyster. Divine masculine. Thank you guys for putting up with my little blathering, and it's all in good angelic humor for all of you. Signs. Your future positive direction will reveal itself. Any doubts and confusions will soon disappear. I'm ending it right there, guys. Believing in yourself is bringing all these wonderful things to you. I'm excited. You got this. You guys have a great rest of the week.